All right, we're at round 3, which is the second track of Drift Week. We're at Evergreen Speedway. We drive here for FD. The layout we're driving is similar to the layout of FD, but we're not drifting the big bank. A lot of cars aren't caged, including mine. And then also, I think it's a safety thing. They require a suit and Hans. So we're initiating at the exit of the bank, going in and running the FD layout, crossing back over itself and having a figure 8X, which could be interesting. I hope we get enough cars that it does get interesting. And then we're crossing back over that X and doing a quick right and left to go onto the, whatever the small, 3/8 bank probably, on the inside. And then we're finishing that drift and shutting down. So I would imagine it's going to be super, super tight tandem because the track is very, very simple, much easier to drift than Villains. So hopefully we get out there and we can start stacking up. And hopefully it's not super bad on tires because I feel like this layout is worse on tires than FD layout, but we'll see. But I'm just excited to be drifting kind of in my home state now and go out and tread. So we brought the Mustang. The S54 Ti is getting rod bearings done right now, so that's a no-go. And hopefully we can get the rod bearings done tonight and tomorrow morning, blast the subframe and oil pump and all that stuff back on, and then make it down to Medford for some street driving. If not, we're gonna end up probably either taking a school car or something, but we'll figure it out. Either way, I'm excited to drive today. It looks like everybody made it here, and even the people that crashed at Villains, their cars are fixed and back on the road and are already here. So it was nice to have a day off, go to the school, come back, and then join Drift Week again and shred. the 05 D1 Grand Prix All-Stars Championship car that Vaughn drove, and the 07 D1 China car that he was world champion in, right? Isn't that how it worked? That's right, yep. I remember seeing this car. I think Gucci crashed it too. He drove it first. Vaughn crashed it. Jalen crashed it. And it's his car now, and we're gonna go out and take it for a rip and see how it does. They've changed a couple things on it to modernize it a little bit, but overall it's pretty much the same car. So it'd be exciting to see what these cars were like back then. It's like a time warp. It's been 14 years since it's really won anything. So let's see how it stacks up against the demo car we built.
Denofa does. He goes to the track, drives somebody's car, and then ends up under it trying to make it better.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
Gotta get the old Vern burner mobile full tilt, dude.
Yeah.
It's nice to see a smile on your face, Boo.
Oh yeah, what are they successful day here at Evergreen Speedway. It's the first time I've ever driven this track outside of FD. Unfortunately, didn't get to drift the bank, but I kind of understand why. And unfortunately, the track didn't really favor this car. I was kind of a little bit slow, to be honest. The car's heavy, and like obviously it's set up to just do demos and ride-alongs with the tank. It runs forever. Everything's great, but it kind of doesn't have enough power to weight ratio to make it keep up with all these very small and light cars. So if they would make a mistake or a correction or anything like that, then I would get gapped. So not a ton of super close tandem like I would like, but the second half of the day switched the layout, which was a little bit better. But there's really just no layout here. It's just an empty skid pad, and they kind of don't let you start drifting at the beginning of the first turn. You got to drive through it first and then enter. I think the place just needs a little bit of guidance on how to set the track up and actually care to make their drivers better. I'm not saying that they don't, but I think there maybe just needs some direction on like laying out a track so people have places to look, places to be, instead of just like, oh, we're just going to run a big figure eight and you can figure it out. Like, nobody gets good that way. You need a technical track to actually create better drivers. But outside of that, successful day. Went through only 4 or 6 tires total because we were being really nice to them. And plus, these things last forever as long as you don't get them super hot. So I'm happy with it. We're gonna load up, go get some food, and get ready to finish the rod bearings in the 3/8 together. We got a basher over here.
How'd you like driving the old championship
Oh yeah,
car?
and I drove the old Vaughn Gittin Jr. Vern Gryffindor S197 China champion car and D1 champion car. It was sick, super hooked up. I wish that our FD cars had solid axle. That's probably a surprise to you guys, but it doesn't seem like a surprise to me. I was actually really wanting to drive it because I felt like the solid axle was way better than IRS for drifting. It was. A couple things we tuned and fixed on it. Got a little bit of improvement, so give them some direction on what to go with which direction to go with the car. And we're gonna build some shocks for it and help them set it up a little bit better. Because I think that car should keep living on as a car to have fun in. It's got a lot of history. I mean, it's been built since 2004, I think, so 17 years, and it still is an awesome car. So, yeah, I'm pretty pumped on that. So, we're gonna get going so we can get home before 2 or 3 a.m. and knock that stuff out in the morning.